Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today's video is another cozy vlog that I filmed last week. So we were getting a big grocery stock up, which Betty was very intrigued by. I had gotten her a big stock up of food too, but so that was all going downstairs to our little like mini grocery store, but did also get some things for upstairs. They finally had the peppermint mocha non-dairy coffee creamer, which I was very excited about. And I got some of these Basil like plant-based butter sticks. I like using sticks when I'm baking because it's just so easy to take out however many sticks you need and like let them soften on the counter. So I have all of these Christmas decor bins because we previously were storing them in a storage unit, but now we're going to store it in our basement. This is the mask that John wore for Halloween because he didn't have time to dress up because he was working pretty much like right until the time when kids would come. But while he was working that day, I put away all of the fall, so that's what those two bins were. So John carried all of the stuff downstairs to the little grocery store so that I could put it away because it was quite heavy. So I just like to do this especially in like fall before winter time, but also I did get some things like for Christmas, like some crackers and different things, but feeling very excited about this. There's a few more things that I had to kind of fill in, but I wanted to go to a Walmart to get them because they're quite a bit cheaper than like at our grocery store, but all of that cost just a little over $500, which actually is like not bad at all considering how much we got. And some of the food that we get is like more expensive because it's vegan, even though animal products are more expensive than vegan ingredients. It's just they're not distributed quite as widely. So anyway, it is the next day. The cats are waiting for their breakfast, but I usually don't give it to them right away because I don't want them to get in the habit of like waking me up in the morning to get fed. So I usually have my coffee and we like just chill for a little. But the previous day John had also picked up this they're called like produce bags where you get all of this for $5. You can't always see exactly what's in it. I usually like take a screenshot and then like zoom in as much as I can to try and see what's in there, but it's a really great deal, especially where we live. Produce is so expensive. Like this amount of produce would probably be like $40. I'm not even joking. Like a bag of apples is usually like $9. So to get all this for $5 is like incredible. Sometimes things aren't like perfect. Like this apple had some soft spots, but I think I just ended up making an apple crisp with all the apples, and I can just like cut off the parts that aren't good. And then this one had broccoli in it, so it had two kind of heads together. That alone would be more than $5 generally. But one was completely not good, but the other one was fine. So it's kind of like you just have to use it up fast. The reason that it's so discounted is because it's like ready to be used up kind of. Anyway, so I just wanted to see what was in there and figure out what I was going to do with it so it didn't go to waste. And then that morning I was making John some tuna salad for lunch, and Joan, she heard me open the can and it was like, okay, that's what my food sounds like. So this is what it looks like if anyone's curious about that. I just mix it with some celery and onion, and then they heard me scraping the tuna, and so they both came running back in. So then I had to feed them right after, and then of course after they ate, they fell asleep here on the couch. They're so cute together. They're so bonded. It's so adorable. They like play fight with each other, but they're just so adorable, especially when they're cuddling together. Very cute. Betty's still doing her little like suckling on the blanket. I think she just does it for comfort, because when we got her, she was 9 weeks old, so I don't think it's that she was like taken from her mom too soon, which can be a reason why. I was like looking it up to see what it was. I think another reason is like stress, but we don't think that that's what it is, because she usually does it like after she cuddles with us, so, or with Joan, so I think it's just like a comfort thing for her, but it's super adorable. She's getting so big, but when she's doing stuff like that, she just looks like a little baby. It's cute. And they like to clean each other or like groom each other, but then that always turns into a fight generally, but it's super cute. They're, like I said, they're extremely bonded now. It's so like heartwarming to see. I'm so happy that we got both of them, because I think they were like meant to be together. It's really cute. But yeah, as you can see now, it's turning into a fight. Betty is definitely usually always the aggressor. So on this day, John was actually out of town for work, and he texted me and asked if I wanted something from this vegan restaurant that's in the area that I freaking love. And so I knew right away I wanted to get this walnut wrap, because I've been obsessively thinking about it for the last 4 or 5 months because it was so good. And then he also got some dessert while he was there. So got some chocolate cake and then this Oreo cheesecake and mango cheesecake. Oh, it was so good. I was dreaming about that wrap forever. I need to figure out how I can recreate that. It's so good. This is so adorable. I love when they sleep together like this, kind of spooning. And so the next day I was trying to use up all of that produce so that it didn't go bad. And one of the things I did was I used that head of broccoli to make a like condensed cream of broccoli soup recipe. I just kind of used it from like a different recipe for the mushroom, which is what I'm pointing to here. So especially vintage recipes tend to call for like condensed cream of soups, but I can't really, I have to make that myself, so I like to keep some frozen. This is the first time I tried broccoli, but I think it turned out good. So it looks a little weird, but I feel like condensed soup just kind of looks gross, kind of. And then I was also watching the Wicked live that was on TV last week, which was so good. So I watched that and I'm just kind of chilling with the cats. They're so obsessed with each other. It's so adorable. And then I went upstairs to get ready, and sometimes I'll just turn TCM on, and as soon as I turned it on, I knew instantly that the movie was Auntie Mame, so I was just letting that play while I was getting ready for the day up there. And I forgot that they had a Christmas scene, but that happened to be playing while I was up there, and it made me feel super excited for Christmas and very festive, so that was nice. So probably just cleaned and did things for the day, but in the afternoon, Joan and I watched a little General Hospital. And then this was the day before my birthday, so we got these cupcakes. Sometimes we'll do these instead of doing a cake or something. So I was like, oh, let me just get some of those cupcakes. So that's what we did. And then I also just wanted to make this salad that I really love, this crispy chicken pecan salad. They used to have it at a restaurant where John worked, so sometimes they recreate it. It's so good. It was some tofu bacon and vegetables. John's didn't have tomato on it because he doesn't like it, but pecans. And then I was using some of this plant-based ranch, but some Beyond chicken strips cut up on there. It was so good. And while we ate, we watched this new show called Pluribus, which we have been waiting for the show for years. I was so excited, and they had released 2 episodes first, so very exciting. And in fact, yesterday a new episode was released, and we watched it at 6:30 in the morning when John got up, because I'm we have time to watch that in the morning before you go to work, because I didn't want to have to wait all day to watch it. It's so good though. It's from the same creator that created Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, which are like two of our favorite shows. It's on Apple TV, if anyone's wondering. But we had to leave super early the next day. So we left at 6:30 in the morning, didn't get there until 8:30. It's like a 2-hour drive, but we were going out to Thrift. But the thrift store didn't open until 9, so we went into Walmart because I wanted to look for a few things, because where we live, we do have a Walmart, but like I've shown it before, it's like literally stuck in 2003, and it's really tiny and doesn't have that much. So after we did a bunch of thrifting, we went to A&W, which I didn't really think to film, but we had this amazing view of this huge bird's nest, and I was really hoping the bird was going to come flying in there, but it didn't. And then again, the same reason we went to Walmart. We went to a grocery store to see if we could find some things. I was specifically looking for some blue cheese that we can't buy where we live. So I was really getting a little scared, but then we did end up finding that section. Unfortunately, they only had one there. I was going to stock up. But they did have the like non-dairy Baby Bells, which Dawn really likes, and we haven't had them for months and months and months where we live. So we did get some of those, but yeah, I was able to at least get one blue cheese, which was nice. I was surprised that was the one that was like sold out, but I don't know. It is really good, but I feel like a lot of people don't really like blue cheese, let alone like a non-dairy version. But we actually had great success in here because I found a few other things. I think I show everything that we got this day later when we get home. But they also had the like peppermint mocha creamer here. I was hoping I was gonna find like my favorite like non-dairy eggnog, or holiday nog as we like to call it. But I don't think they released it this year because I haven't seen it anywhere. But this creamer sounds really good, but I did leave it there. Going to grocery stores in like larger areas is always super exciting for me. So we went to another, like one last thrift store before we started to drive home. Made it home. I like needed to change immediately. But the cats were super excited. I noticed that they had eaten all of the dry food that I left down. They're not really used to being alone at all because I'm always home with them. But I had fed them their breakfast in the morning, filled up the bowl, but we were joking that they were probably going to panic eat all of their kibble because they'd be worried that we weren't home. So we didn't get home till 6, so we were gone for almost 12 hours that day. But I fed them their supper as soon as we got in. But I found this cereal. I used to get, I think it was just called Peanut Butter Panda Puffs like a while ago. But I noticed that they had this like red panda, and I was like, what's this? But it's peanut butter and strawberry, so it's like gluten-free. So I did get that, and then I did get my one blue, and then since I couldn't stock up on blue, we decided to get a couple other flavors for like Christmas time, little cheese and cracker boards. So we got this artichoke one that sounds good, and a smoked Gouda. I don't think I've had either of those before, but maybe. And then John got his Baby Bells, which he was really excited about. And then we got some tofurkey, like deli slices, which we haven't had these in such a long time that when I saw them, I was like, oh, we should get those because it's been, I don't know, probably a couple of years. And then John also found tofurkey roasts for Christmas. He had a really hard time finding them at Thanksgiving time, so I was like, we should just get these now because they're a frozen thing. So, and then I did end up getting this holiday nog to try. I think I may have had this before. I've already had a glass of it, and it is actually pretty good, but it's not as good as the one that I love the most. And then we also saw these breakfast sausages for like making a sandwich, and we're like, oh, we should try those. They were so good. And then John also got this like fish. Well, it's like vegan, but cats were super excited to be eating. Although I've never had a kitten before, especially that prefers dry food over like canned food, but that is Betty. I think she gets swept up in the excitement of the wet food because Joan gets very excited. Like, she's very vocal while I'm getting it ready, but she really only takes a couple of licks and then she just immediately starts eating the dry food. It's very weird. And I've tried a bunch of different kinds and she doesn't seem to care for it too much. She'll like eat a little bit and then Joan will usually eat the rest of it. So I only give her like a tiny little bit now because she's not going to eat it, but she needs to be included. So this is me desperately trying to get Betty to jump up on the couch. She is the most independent little kitten. Like, she's always off on her own. But anyway, while we were sitting there, earlier that day, I had been saying, like, oh, we have to look for the Mariah Carey Christmas CD, but, like, the second one that she released. But because it's, like, 2010, I think, I was like, not as many people were buying CDs then, so it's probably going to be really hard to find, but I really want to find it. And the whole time John's going along with me, he's like, yeah, okay, like, what does the cover look like? And then we get home and he's like, oh, here, because this was technically my birthday, but we don't really, like, do gifts or anything. But he's like, oh, I have something for you. He had given me like a card the day before with a really sweet message in it, but he like passes me the CD and I was like, so you did find it? I thought he found it that day and just hid it from me, but he's like, no, I ordered this on eBay for you like months ago. So it was very sweet. I was like, well, I guess it's good I didn't find it. And I guess he would have had to tell me and it would have ruined it. But I also got some Christmas slippers the day before as well, because my the Halloween ones I've been wearing for a couple of months now, they're like just completely flat and it's almost like it's too loose on my foot. I always like think I'm gonna trip going down the stairs or up the stairs. So got some of those. Joan's so beautiful. She has like the kindest, most thoughtful cat. I just love her so much, and she's become so comfortable, especially in the last like maybe like 2 or 3 weeks. Like, she gets up on John's lap all the time now, which he's been like dying to have that with her, but she's just a very standoffish, like not quite sure, but now she gets up on his lap like almost every day when he gets home from work, and it's so adorable, just so cute. And so it's the next morning and we're watching The Wizard of Oz because that's my favorite movie and I usually always watch it on my birthday, but we were out for my birthday. So I made some breakfast sandwiches and we didn't have any orange juice in the house. So John actually drove all the way to town to get orange juice for me, which is so sweet. And then he brought some McDonald's hash browns home too, because I was going to make us some breakfast sandwiches. So it was very good. It was a very good day for food. Like, so John's having some of his fish and I'm just having some like vegan chicken nuggets. And we watched the first Wicked, like this is later on in the night. Because we're going to see Wicked for Good when it comes out, and John wanted to watch it again before that, so we did that. Cutest little cat here. Oh, she's so adorable. This is Betty's favorite toy, and even though it's attached to like a string and like it has like a handle part too, she carries that around the house, so she jumped up with it onto the couch. We got it at Walmart for $2, like the same day that we went and adopted them. And I've been looking at every single Walmart we've been going to, and I can't find another one because I thought, oh, I'm just going to buy a whole bunch for her. So it's the next day we were going thrifting again. Joan was like the whole time I was getting ready, Joan was just sitting on my bed watching me, waiting for her breakfast. It was super cute. I had a mini freak out because I couldn't find my non-drowsy gravel, and this drive makes me feel super sick. So this is right before Remembrance Day, and so we're getting poppies, and this is what the poppies look like in Canada. It's like a plastic but like flocked, and it has this huge ass needle, and it's been that way forever. Well, finally this year they've come up with this design that has like a center part that you can put in, and I was in the car saying to John, like, I can't believe it took this long to, for them to do that. So this drive makes me super sick, even with like all of my precautions. But we were going to Walmart when we first got there. And when we got there, I realized that they actually still have a McDonald's in there, which every Walmart I go to now doesn't. So I was like, oh, we should get some hash browns and I should get a cup of orange juice and it'll probably make me feel better. So we went in to do that. And when I tried to order the orange juice, they were like, we don't serve orange juice here. And I was like, that's weird. So I just ended up getting a coffee with sugar, which I don't use sugar in my coffee. So it was pretty sweet to me. But John's like, they have oat milk here, so it was okay. It was a little bit sweet. I'd probably get like less sugar next time, but it did make me feel so much better just sitting there we probably sat there for like 15 minutes and had some coffee, and I was like, okay, I feel better. I get super like easily car sick, but that drive in particular is so twisty and windy. Like we can't just take like a highway to get there. We have to like cut through the middle of the province, which is like just not fun. Anyway, luckily I felt better. So then we had some donations to drop off. I went and filmed another Thrift With Me video. Went to another grocery store. I did see this other eggnog. I have some of this oat nog, which is pretty good, but I didn't see the other one, so I'm guessing they just didn't come out with it. So I wanted to look in the Christmas section because I had seen something that I wanted, but they don't have at our store, of course, because we just live in such a small area. But I thought those dishes were really cute, but I don't need any, but I do like looking at stuff. I'm the kind of person that I can look at stuff and love it and like not feel the need to buy it, thankfully. I did notice that they had a bunch of candles, which our store never has the candles, but luckily I actually don't need candles this year because if you've been here for a while and you were here last year, you might remember when we bought like a whole bunch of them at once. I think it was like $150 worth of candles. So I still have a ton left from last year, but I did really like those ones with the sprinkles on the bottom. I do think they have really cute like artwork on them as well. I will say I feel like they missed the mark by not having like a peppermint or a candy cane candle though. Like they didn't have one last year either. But I do think the candles with the sprinkles on the bottom are cute. And then I noticed these that have like a little snow globe on top almost. I mean, they don't have water in it, but I thought, oh, that's really cute. I could never have something like that with Betty though, because she would definitely find it wherever it was and knock it down. I saw this package of like felted mushroom ornaments that I loved so much. I was considering like, should I get these? But I did leave them there. But I will say I like that. I keep hearing it called like nostalgic Christmas, but I do like that color is coming back to Christmas, and I'm seeing so many people saying that because for a long time I feel like it was just like white lights and just very cold almost. But I do feel like I'm seeing a lot more kind of like whimsical type ornaments and things that could pair well with like actual vintage things. But this is what I was looking for, so I was so happy they had it. Because on their web, like on the app, it was saying it was out of stock, but I thought I would look anyway. I'm glad that I did. So I wanted to get these little throw blankets, which really they're just going to be for the cats because they take over every blanket. But they were only $8 if you bought two. And then I think after that it was $10, which still isn't bad. I saw this winter blend. I haven't seen the candy cane blend either, so maybe they didn't come out with that last year, but I bought a bunch last year. But they have a Starbucks kiosk in this grocery store, so while I was looking for Christmas things, John was getting us a latte, which was really nice. And then I don't know if you remember, but we've done this before, but they have like the stamp program back, and I was thinking that pan, like grill pan, was something that I would want. So I think that's what I'm gonna save my stamps for. But then we went to antique shopping at this antique store, and then right next to it is an antique mall. So those videos will be coming soon. And that took quite a few hours. So we were pretty much ready to go home. So we went and got some veggie burgers. These are our favorite veggie burgers. I think about them all the time, but we don't have that near us. And then afterwards, I wanted to go into the dollar store to look for like toys for the cats for Christmas. I was specifically looking for these like kind of stockings, which just have a bunch of toys in it. They only had like one kind, so they'll just have two of everything, but I got them both. They both really like playing with toys. It's so cute to see Joan playing with toys too, because she was a stray cat, so like, you know, she just lived outside, and then she was like in the shelter for 4 months, and just sometimes like it will make me start crying when I watch her playing, because I'll just think, I don't know, I just feel so happy that she like has a home now. That little antler thing for cats, we actually got that years and years ago, and Marley wore it. It was so cute. She didn't like it though, so we just had it on her for like a couple minutes and took some photos and never put it on her again, but it was super cute. Maybe I'll try to find that photo. But I also noticed that they had some like vintagey looking like bottle brush trees in here that were quite large, which I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I don't need any, so I didn't get any, but this one specifically I feel like would really go nicely with vintage decor. But I did find one of my planners that I use for journaling with like the little photos that I've talked about before. I think it's like my 5th year doing it, so I always just get the same planner from there. We've had this since we adopted the cats, but Joan has just finally learned that she can actually use it as a scratch pad. So I still have all the bins out. I didn't want to put the bins away and then like have to decorate for Christmas, like bring them back up to decorate. So they've just been in the living room. It's driving me kind of crazy, but I don't know. So anyway, she's just like such a sweet cat. Just I'm so happy that she's really like, I mean, she's become a lap cat. When at the shelter they were like, she's never gonna be a lap cat, and we're just like, okay, like that's fine. Like it didn't deter me from wanting to adopt her. And Betty, she was so happy that I was home. She has these moments. She's very independent and off on her own, but she like likes to cuddle like right up on my chest like this. I'll often like hear her coming. She makes these funny little sounds, and I know that's what she wants, and she just jumps right up. And then afterwards, she'll get down and like suckle on the blanket. It's so adorable. She's so cute, and then she usually falls asleep after that. We actually made pretty good time on this day. So, one of this thrift stores we wanted to go to was actually closed because we went on a Monday. So we couldn't film there. But I think we got home like before 4, so it wasn't quite as long of a day. But John he had like bowling on Monday night, so he had to leave for bowling. So the cats and I just kind of hung out. I want to say I watched a movie, but I'm not actually sure. Maybe I was just watching TV. So now I'll show you all of the stuff that I got for the cats for Christmas. I'm honestly so excited for Christmas, like mainly to give them toys and stuff. It's just been such a long time since I had young cats, because Marley was 19 and Dylan was 16 when she passed. So although Dylan was still into toys up until she got sick and passed away, but Marley was like not interested in toys for a long time. Every now and then she would, but so we got them each one of these stockings, so they'll just have 2 of everything, but that's fine. And then I also got these from the dollar store. They don't have any stuffing in them, and that's what Betty's worm is like. So I thought, oh, they might like these too. I think, so one's a flamingo. I think this maybe is supposed to be a hedgehog. I'm not sure. It came with catnip too that I guess you could put inside. Also, I got a big bowl for Betty because she makes the biggest mess when she eats. So I said to John, we're just gonna have to get a dog-sized bowl for her kibble and then hope that it doesn't go all over the house, because she would spill out like half of it while she was eating. And Joan's like very intrigued. So cute. So then I also saw a few things like that won't fit in the stocking, but this one that you hang over a doorknob, I think Betty especially is gonna really like this, because she had a toy that would hang from her little tower and she would go crazy on that. So I think she'd probably like that. And then I also got them this tunnel because especially Betty, she loves burrowing into things. Like the other day I caught her underneath the like living room mat in the middle. I was like, what are you doing? So I think she'll like running through that tunnel, but she's always like getting under the covers and all that. Oh, we also got some of these Grinch plates that I saw. They're like nice big ovals, so figured we'd just grab those while we saw them. So I ended up going to bed really early that night because I was so tired, especially from that drive. Oh, it's the worst drive ever. But the cats followed me up, which was very cute and not like kind of unusual, but they both followed me up and got up on the bed, and it was super cute. So I actually was asleep when John came home, which never happens. Like I usually stay up until he gets home, but I was like, I am gonna pass out. So I'm just gonna turn my light off and I'll see you in the morning. But my cats were really cute. So then the next morning I got up. I noticed Betty was laying on the floor in front of the food and water dish. This is Joan's excited run. Because she's like, oh, we're getting food. But I didn't actually have food in my hand. I just wanted to see what Betty was doing. And sometimes I see her laying down eating kibble like this too. It's so weird. But she definitely likes to contaminate the water as well. Joan was like such a good girl. She just always patiently waits for her food. Super cute. But she'll be looking at me in the kitchen. So I put down the big bowl of dry food, and Betty was immediately had her head stuck in it. Just wasting no time. But then I did give them their breakfast, and then I made breakfast for us because John was off that day, and I think we watched a movie maybe. But I also got these two little ice cream cone cat toys. I got those at Walmart, I think. I also got some Command things, and John got two sweaters because he has to like dress up for work, but it's not like super dressy. But so he wears like a dress shirt, but it's pretty cold where he works too, and sometimes he has to be outside. So I was like, let's look for some sweaters so that you can put those over your dress shirt. So yeah, it ended up working out really well, and he wore one like the very next day he had to work, and he was like, yeah, I felt much warmer. And then we had also got some things at Walmart that we can't get at ours, like some of this gluten-free pasta that's like my favorite, and then some of these VH sauces are like, I think it's like 2 for $6, but at our grocery store it's like $4.99 for one. So, and also same with salsa. I think salsa is up to like $6 or $7 a jar, but at Walmart I think it's like $3 or $4. So it's like a significant amount that I just prefer to pay less for. But now we're like all stocked up on all of the things that we use regularly. Also, I've talked about these nuts before, but honestly, these everything cashews, so good, great value. So we got some of those for Christmas time. We also got some of these like fruit things. They're gelatin free. John's likes candy like that. And then we did end up getting a few packs of those mint creams and orange creams. They used to make like strawberry ones, and I think there was a caramel one year. So good, but so far I've only seen the orange and mint for a few years. I also really love this Daiya cheese sauce too, but they don't sell it at our grocery store. So we got one of those and one of the Alfredo. It comes with like 3 packs in it. And like I just use my own pasta, even though you can buy it with just the sauce and pasta. But one thing that I got while we were thrifting, I just filmed a Christmas thrift with me in that store. So I don't think I filmed the chair, but maybe I did. I don't know. I've been wanting a different chair for my vanity for a while. But I keep looking on like Amazon or like Walmart, and I'm like, I don't want to pay like over $100. I found that chair for $6 it was at the Salvation Army, so there's no tax. So that morning I had like taken some time to clean it, like a long time. It wasn't even dirty. I'm just like weirdly obsessive when it comes to secondhand things. So it was like this 5-step process. It wasn't even really dirty. It was like slightly dirty, but anyway, it's really comfortable and it's on wheels, so it's just like a little easier. Like if you have to pull the drawer out to get something. So I was excited about that find because not that long ago, I was almost like, well, I should just buy one. I'm never going to find one thrifting, but then I did. So I'm so happy that so many of you enjoy seeing my cats because I have so much footage I put in. So later that day, I made us a club sandwich and fries for dinner because we had that tofurkey and we had some bacon left over from the breakfast we had. So really had the spot. And I used those little sword toothpicks. I think it was in my very last video, I talked about that and how they were at Swiss Chalet at least in the 80s. I don't think I really went much in the 90s, but Betty almost always likes to sleep on her back. She'll have her face I don't even know how she's comfortable sometimes, but there she is. But she does like to sleep on her back a lot. It's cute. She has a massive, massive tail. It's like it puffed up one day when she got scared and just never went back down. It's just poof. Very cute. And then we've got Joan. She's been sleeping in John's room a little bit. She's getting really comfortable. So sometimes she sleeps in there and looks out John's window. Super cute. But anyway, that's it for this. I don't think it was quite a week-long vlog, but I did decide to stop filming because the next day is when I started decorating for Christmas, so I thought I would just put that in its own vlog. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this nice cozy vlog. I'm feeling super cozy now that it's getting into winter and it's been a little bit chilly, so we've had the heat on, and now that I'm getting Christmas stuff out, it's just very cozy. I know a lot of people hate the winter, but I love the winter. It's like the ultimate cozy. And since I feel so sick in the summer, I kind of like summer is my least favorite. So once fall starts coming, it's like, I feel like I can breathe again. Everything feels great. So anyway, I'm gonna go now and stop rambling, but thank you so much for watching, and Christmas thrift with me is coming soon, and also Christmas decorating.